And we are live. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Bunmi Moore and
Jeff Trills.
and we are coming to you today to continue to inspire, uplift, and motivate and educate. And with it being a special day in our nation where we are celebrating the legacy of the great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Jeff and I saw it fitting that we would talk today about dreams, holding fast to your dreams. So I know, Jeff, that you lead an organization of hundreds and hundreds of people, and even people who aren't directly connected to your team. You're just an inspiration in the industry. And I'm sure that you have seen, as well as myself, that at the beginning of the year, people are all motivated. They got these new, big, gaudy, audacious dreams. And then what tends to happen?
Well, what tends to happen is probably a few weeks later, they all dream motivated. They're demotivated with their dreams, right? Because life starts to happen. And if they don't keep the dream in their mind consistently, life will dominate their dream thinking, the way they think about their dreams. And it's crazy because, especially now, it's 2020. Everybody got this thing. 2020 is my year. 2020. So people are really on it like that. But I want people to think about I don't care about the year. I just care about the process and the progress of the day that we get access to. You know, people think too far in ahead instead of living in the present.
Yes.
Right.
The power of now.
The power of now.
Because this moment, this day, this moment.
Because the present, that's why they call it a gift. So we must live in our present. Because that's why they call presents gifts. Right? So if you're not continuing to be present, then you can never enjoy the gifts that you were given in that present day.
I would agree.
That present time. Because we are moment people, actually. We live in moments. We create moments. So every consistent moment creates your identity.
I love that. Hey, Kenya. What's up, girl?
Remember Kenya. Kenya from New York.
Yeah.
What up, girl?
Thanks for joining us. Well, let me tell you something powerful that Jeff just said. I want you all to listen closely to this. He said, a lot of people within a few weeks, they become demotivated. And you may be thinking, how can people lose their motivation in a few weeks? No, we have seen it. January 1, they're fired up. They're excited. And then when life starts to happen, you're not even to the end of the month. And the things that you said that you would be doing, you've already started to let go. Guys, do not go the way of the masses. Don't do like average and ordinary people who are living the life of mediocrity, and within just a few weeks let that dream go. You gotta, I say hold that baby. You gotta hold on fast to that dream. And I know that there was a hold on to it. Right. There was a poem. It said, I forget all the words, but hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. Oh, I remember that, John. Okay. Did y'all hear me? Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. So how are you going to fly? How are you going to soar if just because adversity comes, just because naysayers and negativities come, then you let go of that which you said that you were going to do? Thank you, Kenya. She said that's Langston Hughes.
Go on, Kenya from New York. I knew you from New York. Be smart like that.
Hey, what's up, Teresa? So yeah, we wanted to encourage you, as Jeff said, to stay present in the moment, always holding on to that dream. Now, Jeff, I have an acronym for dream that I'm going to share with everybody. Okay. Now, the D in dream stands for decision, right? Like you got to decide, first of all, what is it that you want? Now, we didn't talk about this ahead, but I know you sharp, so I'm just going to swing it to you. Talk about the power of making a decision, because isn't that where it starts when we're setting goals, when we want to do more? We got to figure out like what it is that we want. That's the first step, to decide.
So the first step in deciding is this, right? We have decision. That's the first. That's what the D means in dream, right? Awesome. Now, ask me that question again.
Okay. So I want you to talk a little bit about that first step. A person joins the business. A person wants to start a new pursuit. Well, they got to figure out and get clear on what it is that they want. So talk about the power in that clarity.
Well, that's where it all starts, with a decision. What made me be successful in this company, because I had decided that the question I asked myself was, what am I doing right now that if I don't make it, the company is going to pay it? And so once I realized there was nothing I was doing right now that if I didn't make it, the company would pay it. So that's when I decided to focus on unlocking what I need to unlock so I can receive that I asked about. You see, once you make a decision, everything after that decision has to come to light. You just got to hold fast. We got to hold fast to that decision now, right? So now it's hold fast to the dream, but now it's really hold fast to that decision. And every day while you're doing other things and your life is happening, you got the job and everything like that, hold fast to that decision in your mind and say, there's no other better decision than the decision I just made, because it's directly aligned with my goals and my visions and my dreams. So I must hold fast to that decision in order for me to see what I asked or what I told myself I wanted to see, right? You cannot move. And I was talking to somebody earlier, in your GPS, you can't even begin to use that GPS until you have what?
A destination.
Bingo.
Another D,
right? So that's part of it. You got to first decide where you want to go.
That's powerful.
And now that you've decided that, you now press my location. They don't even ask you for your address. They say, where are you at now? Holding on you? Okay, cool. Now we know where you are and we know where you want to go. Let's press directions.
I love it.
And it literally gives you the directions to where you need to go. And all you have to do once you make a decision of where you want to go and you know where you are and you decide to press start, all you got to do is follow the decisions in the direction that we're telling you to follow.
Follow the steps.
Follow the steps.
Follow the steps that the GPS gives you, right? And so one of the affirmations that I say is, I am divinely guided. I am divinely guided to where I want to go. So you may not, even though you have a GPS, you know, like the universe, God is our GPS.
Yes.
Because you don't necessarily know how to get to that end result, but you have faith and know that you're going to be led to the steps. So that's the R. Okay. So we have a decision, we've got destination now. Excuse me. So that's the D. The R, let's talk about the R. The R in dream stands for respond. It stands for respond. So what a lot of people do, guys, is that when things happen in life, when you're going toward your dream and then something unexpected happens, such as a divorce, an illness, something happened with your child, a layoff, some type of setback. And yes, Eunice, I will be in Atlanta February 1st, so hopefully I'll see you there. What a lot of people do, Jeff, is that they react to the situation instead of responding. So here's the difference. The reaction is when you let this outside circumstance affect you. You let it determine what you're going to do, right? But what respond means is that you think and you hold your truth in your mind when, let's say, that an illness comes or a layoff comes. You stop and you think. React is like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I can't believe it. I won't be able to pay the bills. I'm going to be so broke. That's reacting. Responding is more like being an outside observer. And you look at that condition and you know that circumstances, I create them. So I'm not going to get caught up in the what isness of what it looks like. I'm not going to get caught up in the things that I can see, smell, taste, feel, and touch, right? But I'm going to stay in the spiritual realm and decide to respond where I am in control, where I decide the outcome. Guys, I'm telling you, that is so powerful. When you can learn to respond from the standpoint of you knowing that you have the power.
Yeah.
And even though that job may have laid you off, you don't get all exasperated. You say, that's interesting. I'm so glad that everything goes my way. I'm so glad that well-being abounds. I'm so glad that jobs come easily and frequently, and it's just easy for me to get another job.
Right.
That is responding rather than reacting. So on your way to your dream, make sure that you're not in that reactive mode, but you are in that responsive, responding mode where you are in control, where you stay in your power. Okay. Now the E is enthusiasm.
I want to add.
You want to add to that? Okay, add to that.
Cool thing with responding, right? I was talking to somebody, one of my people that I'm training, and she was like, "Oh, I'm facing homelessness, and and the world's falling apart in front of our eyes. I said, first you must take responsibility in owning the process and where you are. Secondly, because people say, well, it's not my fault, X, Y, Z, and this and the third. There may be some examples where things happen to you, but here's where your control comes in. How you respond to the thing that happened to you. You may not be able to uh, uh, avoid what happened to you, but you can always react to how you respond to what happens to you. That's your part. And so what the responding is, okay, this happened to me. XYZ happened to me. But now I can react or respond where, okay, here's how this is actually about to benefit me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like here's where I look at what was the jewel, the learning lesson, the gem that came from whatever happened to me.
Well, you just said something powerful, and I want to make sure you all get that. Because powerful people learn to ask powerful questions. How can this benefit me? Most people don't ask that when something perceived negative happens. They just go with the negative. But when you can learn to ask, even in the face of adversity, in the face of what looks negative, how can this benefit me? You know what you've done? You just shifted. You just started shifting yourself from the negative to the positive, back on track to creating more good. I love that, Jeff.
Because when people lose their job, like, oh my God, I lost my job. I'm like, okay, what? Where's the lesson in this part?
Yeah.
I'm now free to do X, Y, Z. I'm now free to pursue the dreams and goals that I had that I gave an excuse due to my job. I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that, but my job, I don't have no time to do it. I'm always working, but then you get laid off. Now you get to say, okay, now I just got the universe removed that burden from me or that obstacle from me so I can pursue what I said I wanted to pursue. Be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
And it may not be the form that you thought you would get it, but you got to look at, okay, how is this going to benefit me? What's the blessing in this? What is the jewel and gem that's going to come from this?
Write that down, guys. Don't just be here and listen. We're giving you some real golden nuggets for you to apply to your life. So write that down. What's that question again to ask yourself when something negative happens?
What is the benefit in this? How does this benefit me?
How can this benefit me?
What is
Write
the jewels that I'm in the lesson that I need to learn from this?
Good. All right, number three, the third letter is E. The E stands for enthusiasm. All right, enthusiasm. Hold fast to your dreams, guys. You have to stay excited about your goals and dreams. That thing that you said that you wanted, those pursuits that at the beginning of 2020 you were going after, you can't just feel like laissez-faire and wishy-washy about them. You gotta amp up your excitement. You know, Jeff, my father would always say, get excited or stay broke forever. Get excited or stay broke forever. And back in the day, I never knew why he said that. But let me tell you all something about the word enthusiasm. So when you think of the word enthusiasm, I want to break it down for you. Think of entheos, Theos. That is God. Entheos, in God. In spirit, inspired, right? So when you're staying inspired, when you're staying enthusiastic, you're staying close to God. And so even in Napoleon Hill's book, I don't know if it was Think Your Way to Wealth, Think and Grow Rich, but he talked about how the feeling of enthusiasm is a creative feeling. You want to be in that good feeling state, because when you are excited about going somewhere and going great places, you are fired up. That puts you on that right frequency to create that desired outcome.
I tell people all the time, high energy, high income. There's no way you want a high energy. I mean, because think about this. When your income is super high, you are on a high in a sense, because at the end of the day, you have your options has grown of what you can do because your income increased it, so your energy by default increases. People ask me all the time, how you doing? Phenomenal. I'm doing phenomenal. That's my word, because I created a phenomenal environment around me where it comes through excitement. I can never be being phenomenal and having low excitement it doesn't match.
Right.
It doesn't connect. So if I continue to put words out that I may not first believe, but now I believe it so much I had made a shirt about it. But also none of that, I watch the reactions of people when I say I'm phenomenal. I'm doing phenomenal. It shifts
Well, that's
them.
not a response that the average person would give this. They would be like, okay. Some people say, oh, I'm doing all right under the circumstances. Like, under the circumstances,
Right.
why would you be under anything? Right?
But
I
that's
love
what I'm
that.
saying. When you shift and grow in your energy, I was talking to the person in the bank, and I go in the bank excited. I'm always excited in the bank. So they were like, they're like, you're like excited. I said, every day. Why not? And the woman said that was cool. She said, I'm like that too. And the man came in and said, why are you smiling all the time? She said, because I'm not happy all the time. He said, that's impossible. You got to have some days where you're sad or mad or whatever, because that's the balance. And here's what I said. You're excited every day, and you're helping the balance of the negative
Ooh,
world
that's
we
good.
live in.
That's good.
Right? So we all live in a negative world. We need to balance that out with being more excited, being more enthusiastic, so we can share more of that energy with the world, because the world is full of the negative side of the world.
Yes,
right?
it is.
So that's how we shift the balance. You continue to be excited and grow you, so that you can infect people in another way, because the negativity is going to be out there, and it's out there times 10. Okay? So that's why you deserve to be excited every single day with a phenomenal attitude, starting with the wake up.
Absolutely. Because when you wake up, you stand at that tipping point of your day. And that's really a powerful time where you get to decide which way your day is going to go. Like 51% negative, and it's going to go negative. But if you have it mainly positive, then that's going to snowball and it'll go positive. So we're not talking about hype. There's something different between hype and genuine enthusiasm. But remember, there's a powerful creative force in you being excited about your goals, your dreams, and you being excited about you. Now we got to move on to the A. The A stands for action. In pursuit of your dreams, you have got to take action. Action is where the rubber meets the road. So Jeff and I always we talk about things of the mind. Everything is started in the mind. Yes, meditation is powerful. You need to do it. Yes, affirmations are powerful, and you need to proclaim that with that which you want. But Jeff, talk a little bit about action, because people need to, I say, stop stewing and start doing. Talk about getting on the road and actually doing something.
Action is the road that you need to travel to get to your goals. Right? So the action is the necessary, and not just action, massive action.
Oh, massive action.
Because if you come from a place of where you lack action, then you cannot get on the road to action and catch up with your dream, because your dreams keep going while you stopping on the side of the road. Your dream gonna keep going. So in order to catch up to your dream, you gotta take massive action.
Massive action equals massive results.
Massive results, massive success. Because massive action, it gets you past the feeling that you normally have, which is like, oh, I do it tomorrow. Oh, I do it today. I realized once I feel it, I have to do it. Because if you don't, you'll procrastinate, and then it will never get done.
Well, you know what I want you to talk about? I want you to talk about taking massive action, because I think a lot of our audience, they may have some fear. It's like they probably have really never taken massive action in their life.
Okay.
What does that look like? How do they get themselves to do that?
So what I do is I'll take my phone and I'll set 50 minutes on the timer. And the goal is to take one thing and do that one thing until done. And you give yourself 50 minutes to do that particular task, right? And then I stop and take a 10-minute break. People take action because they lack the action steps. So people say, oh, I would love to do it, but I don't know how to do it, right? So then you work your way backwards. This is how I find out how to do it. To get to the XYZ, what do I need to do to get there? So, for instance, if I wanted to go to an event, right? I got to say, okay, so now get the event. I know I need to buy a ticket. I know I need to book the ticket to the event. I know I need to plan out whatever the babysitters or whatever. So you work your way backwards. You chop it down by step. Okay, I know I got the event in a week. All right, I know I need a babysitter. Let me call the babysitter. Boom, get that done. Next thing, I need to go and buy a ticket. Perfect, because you ain't gonna buy a ticket if you know your kids are not secure. So you go buy a ticket now. Cause I know you buy the plane ticket first, because once I got that, I know 9 times out of 10 I gotta go, because I'm not gonna waste that money, right? So I buy a plane ticket first, and then I work to get the event ticket. So you need to work backwards on what you need to do, because we're talking, hypotheticals, but whatever goal it is, I can definitely connect with you and show you what the steps. But I'm just giving you all the blueprint on how to get the goals accomplish it. The goal is accomplished, so you know what action steps you need to take. And when you take massive action, meaning you focus on that thing until it's done. You don't get sidetracked. You don't look left and right. Matter of fact, like I said, it's at the timer for 50 minutes, and you got to go ahead and book XYZ, do everything that's going to help you get to that event until that thing is done.
Well, okay, I like what he's saying because he's just giving you like a disciplined action step. A lot of you aren't doing that. Set your timer for 50 minutes to get something accomplished. When you do that, that's going to help you to get more accomplished. So in taking massive action, see, I think a lot of people, like for their business, let's say network marketing, they make a couple of calls and then they feel okay because they've made a couple of calls. You know, you may prospect or hand out a couple of your marketing pieces or whatever. Oh, I did something. Yeah, I gave up 5 pieces today. That's not massive action. Massive action is what, when we talk about 10xing what you've been doing, that's massive action. Don't be scared to push yourself to do more. A great Art Williams said, do what it takes and then a little bit more. Like, do all you can do. Once you've done all that you can do, still do a little bit more. And you find that when you do all that you can do, there's still some more that you can do and do that. Now the cream will rise to the top. When you can live in that kind of space where everybody else is just doing the minimal and you're doing far above and you learn to 10x what the seeds that you have put in, I'm telling you, your results are going to be more than 10 times everybody else. So everybody else is just stewing over here. You're taking massive action and you're getting the massive results. So
here's an example of that. That you said that. When I do my marketing with flyers, the minimum I get is 5,000 flyers. But I really go for 10,000 flyers because here's the deal. At 10,000 flyers, no one's really doing that, right? And so the goal of that is to get rid of 10,000 flyers in 1 month. And so I break down 10,000 flyers divided by 30 days. And that's the month I go out with. And I treat it like a job. Like if you would get the hire on your job, you work 8 hours. Or if you're doing part-time, you're working 4 to 6 hours. You need to treat this like that's your job for the day because it's going to maximize your efforts and it's going to maximize results. That's how you 10x your life. You go, whatever you put like this. If you go and say, I'm going to go put out 1,000 flyers a day. 100 flyers a day. Whatever you said you want to do, I can do 100 flyers a day. This is how you go massive action. You 10x that. So that means you got to go and put out 1,000 flyers a day. And that sounds crazy, but that's what 10x looks like. That's what massive action looks like because you shoot past what you thought you can do, right? If you think I can do 100, that's the comfort zone. The 100 is just your comfort zone, right? Whatever you say you can do initially is the comfort zone you live in, okay? What you really want to say, after I talk about my comfort goal, now I 10x my comfort zone. That's how you get massive action done. So
I missed all that good stuff, but I'm gonna watch your video.
She's gonna watch it back.
Awesome. Okay, so you gave me some good stuff for A.
This for massive action. Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Good.
Did I give some good stuff? If I did, comment yes below so she can know and people can know.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to hold him accountable. He's always good though. Hey Betty, thanks for joining us. Hey, listen, guys, if you haven't already done so, I see some people giving hearts. We appreciate the love. We love the hearts. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel or Jeff's channel if you're watching it on his channel. And if you're on Facebook, definitely leave a comment as well. All right, so we're going to end with the M. So as you are in pursuit of your dreams, the N stands for... Guess what the M stand for? The N stands for mentor. Everybody needs a mentor. If you're in real estate, you need to find somebody that crushes out flipping houses, crushes out wholesaling, crushes out the sales or whatever. Find somebody who can be your mentor. If you're in network marketing, you need to find somebody who knows how to recruit, find somebody who knows how to build. Use that person as a mentor, whether that person is still here live in the flesh and can guide you with their experience, or maybe that person has gone on and they have to guide you through, books and audios. But just don't try to be out there doing it by yourself. So talk about the power of a mentor, Jeff.
It's they say hang around people bigger, smarter, and brighter than you, right? So a mentor is exactly that. Every successful person that you look up to has a successful person they look up to.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way they can get to where they have gotten to without seeking wise counsel. Not just counsel, but wise counsel from people that's been there and done it bigger and better than they did. And so in that regard, your mentor, and I've had mentors in my real life and then over YouTube. Okay, all my mentors that are long gone, they left their mentorship with us. And so the power of having a mentor, it makes sure that you're on course, you're on target to do what you said you're going to do. Right, a mentor is there to give you corrective criticism, or they're there to make sure that you are on track. Okay, it's like the dividers on the side of the road, right? The little barricades. The mentor is like, if you matter of fact, no, your mentor is that little dots in the road. When you veer off the road, it goes. It wakes you up to get you back on course. That's your mentor.
That's good.
Okay, because if you think you were doing, I'm killing it, and then you go, whoa. Was I sleeping? Was I just daydreaming? But your mentors make sure that you get right back on track instead of falling off the track. If you don't have no mentor, there was no grooves on the road like that, you'll probably go off the road in the ditch. Okay, because you're sleeping at the wheel of your dreams. And so you need mentors to keep you on track and make sure, hey, you're doing the right thing, or to give you the actual blueprint and say, this is what you need to do first, second, third. Let's get that done.
And that's why the team that you are connected to is so important. People know, they see you on videos, they see you doing lives, and they're guiding and training. They know if they hook up with you, they're going to get great leadership and get great mentoring, and you're going to be there every step of the way for your team and helping them to get to where they say they wanted to go. Same thing, that's what people say, Bunmi, I see your consistency.
Yes,
I see how you lead your team. I see how you're just in the trenches being that do-it-first leader. And so people know if they hook up with me, that they're going to get their mentoring. Because we've like built that into the infrastructure of how we build our businesses. But some people hook up with people and it's just like they signed up with somebody. They have no leadership. They have no training. They have no support. And if somebody doesn't know how to do something, how can they teach you?
Yeah. Also, I want to put something out there for you guys. You may want to join mentors like Bunmi Moore. And, because she's growing her team and growing her influence, people are like, I'm going to join Bunmi directly because she's going to work and help me. Here's the truth of the matter when you deal with big time leaders. You got to show up in your business to even get on the radar of people that you are directly connected to. Because, yes, we're going to welcome you and congratulate you, but we also set things in place for you to go follow so you can start your process to success. But if you do not follow those steps, and you do not apply what we already gave you in advance, there's no way we can be your mentor in a sense, because we want to work with the willing, not the chilling. We want to work with people that's coachable. That's why you have a coach. If you're not coachable, they will get you off the team. How many people who've lost their sponsorship or their actual jobs at these in the sports because they wasn't coachable? Okay. And this is what you got to understand. Because we grow people, we put things in place so that they can walk up the step to success. But if they don't take the steps, then guess what? They're trying to find an elevator to where there's no elevator for this particular success. It's only the steps to success. You got to put in the hard work smartly. And then once you do that, you get on the radar of your mentors. Okay. So understand when I say this. When you partner with somebody, follow the blueprint that they lay before you, so that when you meet them, guess what happens? They'll know who you are. Oh, Kenya, how you doing, girl? Oh, I seen you working. Matter of fact, here's what you really want your mentor to do: to reach down and want you to be with them. Like, oh, I seen you doing this. I see something for you, and that's the way you want to be. Kind of indoctrinated into your mentorship, because there's many forms of mentorship, right? We always go to lead from the front, and we're looking for leaders that want to lead from the front. Even if you feel like you're not a leader yet, here's how you become a leader: by doing the necessary steps that are laid before you even had a chance to speak with your mentor. Because there's certain stuff you had to get to before you can get a mentor.
Right, and that makes me think, in order to get to be a leader, you have to be a good follower.
You got to be a great follower. You got to be a
great follower. Absolutely.
And even great leaders are great followers of other leaders.
Absolutely.
That's how mentorship works. You know, when I first joined the company that we are in, I made it my business to get around the people who are moving and shaking because I needed them to know who I am or who I was at the time, right? You gotta be in people's face. Like, I don't ask for permission. I ask for forgiveness. That's one thing you want to do as you look for your mentorship. Do never ask for permission. Always ask for forgiveness because you're gonna either get your mentor by labor or finance or money. You're gonna work your way to that mentorship, or you're gonna pay that way to that mentorship.
And let me say this, since we are both in the network marketing space, and a lot of our audience are home business entrepreneurs too. And if you're serious about achieving your goals and you want to hook up, and you're hooked up in some kind of way with, one of the leaders who are showing you how to get to where you want to get to, don't be afraid to reach out on a consistent basis and stay connected to that leader, because they may be so busy. Like, we sponsor so many people, we don't have time to call everybody, right? But if you call us, we're going to be available. Now, when you call us to use our time, don't take it up with chit-chatting and shooting the breeze. It's not about that. But it's about how can we help you to move forward and help you win. We love it when you're bringing people to us to do those 3 ways with those qualified people, right? Use us up for that and let us help you to build that way. Or maybe you are calling because you've done something and you say, well, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And you want our coaching on that. But I'm telling you, you've got to, what we call, stay close to the fire and stay connected, because if we don't hear from you for days, that's not a good sign. But the people that we hear from all the time, they're calling us constantly with somebody to talk to them, getting this meeting together, talk to these prospects, putting these people in the pipeline. That's the kind of energy and synergy that we look for and needs to be between you and that person who's a mentor. And please, guys, don't say to your other mentors, oh, I didn't want to bother you.
Oh, wow.
Oh my, how does that make you feel?
Listen, I've had people say, you're so busy.
Right.
I didn't want to take up your time and call you because I know how busy you are. You're probably not going to answer my phone call. I said, who said that? Who did I tell you I was too busy for your call? Right. So do not make the assumption that the person that you're directly connected to is too busy to connect with you, especially if you're looking to grow you and your business. We want to work with the willing, not the chilling. So, and here's another thing. Blow our phones up.
Yes, but if you don't get us the first time, you just keep on till you get us text or whatever.
I called you, I called twice and left a voicemail, and you didn't call me back. So,
too?
Lord, baby, Jesus.
Oh my gosh!
I'm telling you, here's the deal, guys. When you get to that level, you'll see exactly what we're talking about. Okay, here's what you want to do: nag your person. Like, I'm in a high position, and even people that I look up to don't answer my phone call at a moment. I gotta call them and text them and call them and text, and I don't feel no kind of ill will towards them. I know they're busy, and I want to respect their time. So when I get their time, I'm about my business, or I'm about what I'm calling them for. Now, here's another thing: when you call them and they tell you what to do after you ask the question, go ahead and do it. Don't call them again saying, I just want to make sure, or you make it another excuse why you can't do it, or you call them after they told you to do something, they call them back to ask them about something else.
You're only going to get so many chances, right? If you're calling that mentor and they're giving you the guidance and direction, but yet you're not following it, I mean, you're going to lose your credibility with them. So, hello. Hey, guys, I see everybody saying true. We're just telling you because we are where we are, and we have the experience, and we've been where you are. And so we're just guiding you along because we want you to realize these dreams. So, man, we've given them 34 minutes of some great value. So in your dreaming, the D stands for what, Jeff?
Dreams stand for decisions.
All right. So the D is for decision. Make a decision. The R is for respond. Don't react when things happen. Learn to respond. You stay in control. And the E is for
enthusiasm.
Yes. Get excited or stay broke forever. You don't want to be broke. So get excited. Now the A is
for action.
Action, where the rubber meets the road. The Quakers said, when you pray, move your feet. So get into action. And the M was
for mentors.
Everybody needs a mentor. Even we have mentors. So there you go, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed that value. And we have someone saying awesome, awesome. And you, my friend, are awesome as well. So share. Oh, that's Kenya. Oh, Kenya said that's me to something.
Mhm.
Hey guys, share this video, tag some people that need to hear it, share it with your groups. And as I always say, remember, you are more powerful than you know. Go here and create an amazing day for yourself.
Happy Martin Luther King Day, y'all.
Bye.
We out of here. Peace.